As I promised you, with me is a skin enthusiast. She is someone who is sharing her personal journey of acne, or rather starting with acne and her skincare success through juicing. Joy joins me in just a little bit. I'd like to know, when it comes to heat and this weather, does it have any effect on skincare?
Especially with people that have battled acne for a very long time, because from the stress and all of that, the walks of life, you tend to break out a lot this particular period, because the heat, we are producing a lot of oil, our face is producing a lot of oil, so yeah, you break out a lot. So it's really going to affect your own skin, so.
Wow, I have had some of your mixes. Before I give it away, we'll talk about your mixes later. What made you decide to start your skincare journey from within as opposed to the application of something outward?
My skincare journey has been one for the longest, because I myself have battled acne for the longest. I think it started off like when I was in secondary school, and then it progressed, university, and even now I'm still battling with acne. But then again, I've learned to, love my skin. Wellness begins from within, not just the physical, look or the absence of illness doesn't mean you are well, you understand? So for me, acne has been something that, over time, I see that because I've really been to dermatologists. I keep saying the same thing. You are what you eat. So you have to be careful what you put into your body. So that was when I made a conscious effort. So, I have to be conscious about what I'm taking in, and that's where juicing came into my routine. I started going to the gym, and what better way to, stay hydrated than taking in your fruits and your vegetables. So I started juicing for myself, for my own benefits, and I started seeing the improvement on my skin, because I literally went from this to that.
That's quite interesting. Now, for some of us that don't know or understand what juicing is, can you explain what is juicing and how exactly can you explain the process in which it helps you?
Okay, juicing basically is, extracting juice from fruits and vegetables, and there are so many kinds of juicing. You have the cold press juicing, you have the centrifugal juicing, and then you have blending. Cold press juicing is basically using a machine to extract the juice, and it's 100% cold pressed. There's no added water or whatever. Blending is like smoothies and the rest of them. You use a blender, you juice it. But mainly cold press juice, when you're juicing and you're using the cold. Mainly cold press juice, when you're juicing and you're using the cold press method, you're using a juicer, an industrial juicer, and stuff like that. So then what do you need to know when you're juicing? What you need to know is, first of all, you have to start small. You have to keep it simple. You need to have a routine, and you need to be consistent. So, because for me, I won't lie, when I started, I wasn't consistent. But when I started to see the effects on my skin, the positivity on my skin, I was more interested in juicing.
You mentioned the different kinds of juice extractions available. Now, when it comes to mixing water or no water or the pulps, does it have any significant difference when it comes to its health benefits? And in terms of duration, how long did it take for you to start seeing significant effects from juicing?
Okay, so when I say cold pressed, I basically do prefer cold pressed, because cold pressed juices are more natural. There are no added water, no added sugar, and a lot of that, because you're getting the direct nutrients from the fruits and the vegetables, no added water, like I said. So it's basically you taking this whole fruit into your body, but with no added water. And so then your second question was?
My second question was the duration. How long did it take for you to start seeing visible results?
So that's one of the questions I'm being asked a lot when people come and like, I want to start juicing, when do I start? And I'm like, first of all, wellness is a journey. There's really you're not striving for a destination. So you're doing this because you enjoy it, and you know that you're taking something whole and fit into your skin, your body. You understand? So there's really no benchmark to say, in 2 weeks, in a week, in 3 weeks, in a month, I should see positive results. but you definitely, you are going to see positive results. So you putting yourself under the pressure that, oh, by now I should see positive results in my body, oh, I should lose weight by now, I should be having this glass skin and all of that. So that's really not what juicing is. That's not what wellness is about. So you basically juice because you want to be well. You want to know that you are taking the right nutrients into your body. So there's really no benchmark.
So I'd like to understand what mixes, what juice extracts would you say are the killer combinations, and which are the most potent to help various kinds of skin issues?
At All For Honest Nigeria, we basically don't have a favorite ingredient, but however, we do believe that celery is a highly nutrient-dense ingredient. Vegetable, it contains a lot of ingredients, minerals, essential nutrients that we are lacking normally in our everyday life. And because celery it helps with our gut health, helps with inflammation, helps with digestion, helps with detoxification, it reduces bloating. And celery is one vegetable that you can always get at the local markets all the time. It's easily accessible. And it's a diuretic. It's a natural diuretic that helps us, pass away fluid from our body, and that's where detoxification comes in. So that helps to detox our body. So I won't really say we have this favorite product, but yeah, our clients really love our celery juice, the Off Special. Yeah.
Absolutely amazing there. Celery sounds very healthy for me, but I mean, anything for the glow.
Yeah.
So just before we round up, I'd like to know how important is it for you for sourcing local products? Do you take advantage of our seasonal fruits here, or do you deal with, exported goods which might have, an influence in your price or maybe health benefits? How important is it for you for, sourcing local products?
Okay, so at All For Honest Nigeria, we take pride in sourcing the best, the organically grown ingredients, vegetables at the local markets and all of that. So we go our extra mile to make sure that we are getting organic products, because you're trying to be well, you're trying to make sure that you're having the right nutrients. So you having to buy processed vegetables and fruits will do you no good. So it's better to buy from the local market, because there you have it's fresh. You buy it from the farmers, you have it fresh and all of that. And then, yeah, like you said, we usually do take advantage of the seasonal fruits, because there most of the times you don't get to see some fruits like pomegranate, or you can see strawberries, you can see berries at a certain period in time. So when it's their season, we tend to buy a lot so that we can make use of those products at the time. So yeah, it's really important that you buy the organically produced fruits from the local markets.
Interesting. Thank you so much for that. And lastly, before we round up, is there any additional information that people should know when juicing? Is this something that if you take can become a laxative and, cause you to have more than unpleasant visits to the ladies? Or is there a sort of procedure? Some people are of the notion that you shouldn't have fruit after 6 p.m. or before 6 p.m. Is there any way to do juicing wrongly that could alter the, potential effects that we're going for, which is the health benefits for skincare?
Okay, so I'm going to say that for when you're juicing, there are mistakes that we usually make, because I did make those mistakes as well. Because when I started juicing, I was taking it in large quantities, and like I said, it became like a laxative. But juices are not supposed to be laxative for us. They are supposed to help, take away the toxins from our body. So we are supposed to take them in measured quantities. Like say, for instance, our ginger shots now, we usually have them in 100 ml, and we always advise that you're not supposed to take more than 100 ml first thing wake up in the morning. And then some people are like, oh, can I eat before taking them? I'm like, no, when you want to take a ginger shot, you take them the first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. So, but another thing is, when you're juicing, you should understand that you should make sure that there's a balance between your fruits and your vegetables, because a lot of people tend to say, oh, I'm going to use more fruits and vegetables, because they forget that some of the fruits contain high sugar. So you should find a balance with the fruits and the vegetables. So you also make sure that there's a balance with your fruits and your vegetables.